Welcome, folks, to Louisville, Kentucky, Derby City. This home of the Louisville Cardinals is not far from Churchill Downs. This crowd ready to get this game out of the starting gates. We have a midseason matchup of two teams that have earned a top 25 ranking, so a good test for both teams with playoff implications on the line. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Cardinals will kick this away and start us off. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense trots out there to open this game. And there's the star running back jogging out of the field. He is trying to add to his huge highlight reel curve.
Chris, honestly, I don't think we've seen too many running backs who can duplicate what this guy can do on the field. He's got everything: vision, speed, power. He can diagnose a defense in real time. I'm really excited to see this kid play.
And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? The blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Brought down after the nice spin move. Just a small gain by the offense.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th.
Gosh, Chris, I just love this atmosphere. The home field advantage on full display. The defense flying around with energy. Nice job there on that 3rd down of using the energy from the crowd to make that stop.
Fielded at the 25. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. The Cardinals offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And here we go, Kirk, this matchup on the edge that's going to go a long way to deciding this game. An elite wide receiver and a guy who doesn't believe anybody can beat him.
This is going to be like a boxing match where it's an all-out battle. Two extremely gifted athletes competing on every snap. Better get your popcorn ready. This is exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Throws to the tight end. It's a highlight reel diving catch there.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Stop after a small gain. Now look at it, 2nd and 9. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. The Cardinals will send their punt team onto the field. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football, trying to extend the play. He's got a 1st down and more. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. And moves the ball to the 35, and another first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can...
They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Boy, the timing here is essential between the quarterback and the receiver. You got to find that window between the linebackers. He does it, puts the ball right on the money, and then how about the speed after the catch by the receiver for the touchdown?
Here comes the point after attempt. And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Return begins inside the 10. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Keeping it on the ground here. They'll tackle him at the 27.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
And here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. One of those critical third down plays coming up. And the quarterback dropping back. Escapes the pocket. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. And the Cardinals come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play. But give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
And the sophomore making an impact play. So Georgia Tech has the lead here, Kirk. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. The Cardinals will line up to boot it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And no chance for a return as the punt sails out of bounds. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop?
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And the Yellow Jackets will have to kick this away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. He'll field it close to midfield. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. Remember the last possession, it was a long march, but it stalled. They came up empty. Can they find the end zone this time? And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver makes the catch. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Catch made at the 10.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a designed run. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator.
And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. The shotgun running play call. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
This defense recognized that this offense wanted to throw the football. They pinned their ears back, got into attack mode, and came up with a nice sack.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. That'll be a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
So following the safety, it's a free kick. They'll boot it away from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Short throw complete to the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. Pass caught. 2nd down now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They're going to run the option. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That's a good call on the option, but the quarterback doesn't execute that well. I don't know if he was fooled by the way that defensive end slow played it or not, but the end deserves a lot of credit for coming up with a great tackle.
And he's got his man open downfield. An explosive game, big play moves the ball inside the 40. And the Cardinals pick up enough yardage for a first down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
A completion sets up a second down play. And the pass is complete to the tight end. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. So we reach the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. The Cardinals begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw yet again. Makes the catch. It's Daniels.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisville. What a weapon for this offense. A quarterback who can flash the speed and finish a touchdown drive just like that.
How about being the defensive coordinator? You've got everything covered. You make the right call. And all of a sudden, this guy is so athletic and so gifted with his ability to improv, you can't contain him. You better come up with another scheme. You better put 2 or 3 defenders on this quarterback.
And he'll run it into the end zone. The lead up to 3 points now. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And it's caught across the middle. And a timeout is called. An important stage late here in the second quarter. See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looking right. This one caught. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kurt.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
The clock is still running. Off to hurry up here, but it's a crucial 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. He's going to take off. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. 1st and 10 now for the offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. 1st and 10 play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Receiver makes the grab. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. He knocks this one right through. And that will tie the score as halftime approaches.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. First down, looking to throw the football. Snags the quick throw. Breaking free at the 35. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a fascinating first 2 quarters of football in Louisville. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that dub. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
The Yellow Jackets will kick this away to begin the second half. Returner decides to field it. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing football knocked loose in the backfield. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Defense is coming after him. There's no one to throw to there on 3rd down. And now it's a 4th down coming up. And the Yellow Jackets will send the punt team onto the field. So on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Punt lands at the 6, but heads into the end zone for a touchback. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. A premium here on ball security. The last drive, of course, ended in a fumble. Running back has it on a screen now. They bring him down, but the back able to pick up some decent yardage in that screen. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Makes a quick grab. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. It's a run. Running back's got it. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. Oh, and he's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. And they go in front here in the second half.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Well, Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs. The Yellow Jackets line it up with 1st and goal. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line. Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. And they finish it off here on 2nd and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
This one is right through.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
We come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much on that play, brought down short. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. And the Cardinals will bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Handoff in a single back formation. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The important 3rd down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looks left and finds his target there. Some hard running there through a tackle. We're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets line up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Now it's second down here. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Offense operating from the pistol. Quarterback keeps the football. Great cut. They whiff on him. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down. The Yellow Jackets looking to keep this drive rolling. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He pulls it in for a big gain. Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Offense threatening now. And the Yellow Jackets are in the red zone. In the red area, it's Davis. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. He can get some love from his guys for that effort.
Field goal try, no good. And it's still a 4-point margin after the miss. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Makes the defender miss. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. It's a shotgun run call. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
And that's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
Second down play coming up for this offense. The quarterback keeps it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle.
Boy, what an incredible job here by this defense on third down. Now to set up a pivotal fourth down play. Question is, does the offense go for it and be aggressive, or do they punt it away and trust their defense to get a win? I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He's escaping the pocket now. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Looking to scramble now. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. The Yellow Jackets with 1st and 10 here.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a...
Breaks a tackle into the clear. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Davis. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. He eludes the... Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at the stage of the game. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Here we are late in a 1-score game, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They need to convert. He'll drop back. On the move, looking deep. Throws a fastball, but it's intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Past the 50. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Louisville. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
Lining up to try the extra point. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Gets off a squib kick. It'll be fielded by one of the up men. They get him down to the 33 after a solid return. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. And the offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He makes the grab. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now. And the offense wisely spikes the ball here to stop the clock. 2nd down and goal upcoming. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Chris, they did what they had to do with his touchdown here. Now with under a minute to go, you got to get that onside kick to give yourself a real shot.
And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. And the Louisville offense is back out there on the field. And the offense will just take a knee. Well, a really entertaining game. Kirk came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and forth, trade blow for blow. Excellent team win by these guys, doing what they had to do in the final quarter to come out on top.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.